everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Den, the Hearthstone arena. We're going to start playing again. We are at 5-1 with this mage deck, which is a very nice position to be in. I know that mage is sometimes considered easy mode, but I think we've had some pretty good games, and to be quite honest with you, the only thing I'm not, you know, settling and saying like, oh, if we lose 2 more, I'll be okay, because I think this is a deck that could go a little bit further. A lot of our victories have been fairly like one-sided, a little bit lopsided, especially if we manage to get board control early, have flame strikes in our hands, which can give us more board control later, and, you know, basically kind of steamroll them and never let go with, like, our vice grip. But I think I could have been 6-0 right now, and it's a very greedy kind of position to be in. I'm gonna, it's a very greedy thing to say. I'm gonna aggressively mulligan all of my cards here. Hopefully pick up some early drops. Not really. Looks like we might be doing a turn to hero power here, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about that, though. Without a coin, I can't really get, like... I don't even really like dropping a Gnomish Inventor or Razorfen Hunter that early. Fireball's not going to do anything for me. So we will just hero power him and end our turn. I'll say greetings again, just because the match hasn't technically started yet, because it's been so bad. Hopefully he just life taps or something and we can have a relatively normal game. I hate playing against Warlocks when they have Void Walkers, the 1/3 1-mana taunt. Anyway, what I was getting at earlier is that, if he drops 2 of those, we might have an issue. But what I was getting at earlier is that, I think in that Hunter game, the second game, which we actually lost, I probably could have won that if I had played it a little bit more aggressively. But I can't be too mad about being 5-1, obviously. It's a great position to be in. I'm not necessarily at all suggesting that this is going to be a 9-1 arena deck. Absolutely not. I think that would be a foolish position to kind of put myself in. But I do think that theoretically... okay, we're gonna summon Razorfen Hunter here, rather than Frost Nova, which I think is a waste here. And it should be able to deal with Flesh-Eating Ghoul. If I had to guess, he'll probably try to kill Boar, and then maybe he will then use Flesh-Eating Ghoul, because it'll be stronger to kill Razorfen Hunter. And then I can hero power and kill him. It's not the best trade for me here, but again, this deck gets a little bit stronger as we get into the mid and the late game, especially when I didn't really mulligan very good cards off the bat. If we do go 5-3, of course, if we bow out with 2 straight losses, I'll be disappointed, but not too disappointed, because, you know, after a bunch of pretty terrible arena runs, to at least be above the kind of even mark is nice. At least to get 1 win is nice. Alright, so he's going to actually summon a Silverback Gorilla, which I think is an unusual choice, for sure. But, that's fine. I'm trying to think if there's anything better we can do here. Cone of Cold does 1 damage to minions. Like, the thing is, I don't necessarily want to sacrifice Razorfen Hunter completely just to... There's got to be something here that I'm missing. Let me think about this. I'm almost thinking that I'm going to... I mean, I want to take care of this thing as soon as possible. But I'm thinking that maybe I could, like, Razorfen Hunter attack this guy. And then Ancient Brewmaster and have a 5/4 out on the field. And then I can get the benefit of Razorfen Hunter later. But it's not that good. And I have to get rid of the taunt anyway. I could Fireball, but that seems like a waste to take care of a Silverback Patriarch with a Fireball. So, sure, let's get weird. We'll try this, and then I'll Ancient Brewmaster and pull the Razorfen Hunter back into my hand. I'm not a huge fan of this, but again, it is worth noting that this deck, I didn't consciously draft it in this way, but the way that it appears to work a lot of the time is that as you just kind of survive the early game, you get a Flame Strike. Is that going to be it's like Shadow Bolt, deal 4 damage to a minion? I would be annoyed if that happened. Flame Imp, that's a very good card. He's setting himself up quite nicely for a Flame Shadow Bolt. Had to happen, right? And it's going to make Flesh-Eating Ghoul a little bit stronger. I want to wait on this Cone of Cold until, ideally, I would get into a position where I have like a Frost Bolt or something like that. Or sorry, not a Frost Bolt. There's a Blood Imp on the enemy side. I'm trying to think about what to do here. I think the obvious, well, not obvious choice necessarily, but maybe we can Cone of Cold. And again, we're just trying to survive until we luck out and actually draw something better. Sorry, draw a Flame Strike specifically. But now, you know, pretty shitty minions out on the field. I feel a lot better about this. They can't do anything here. Freezing is not necessarily the most powerful kind of special modifier, but it's working out okay for now. Really looking forward to hopefully either drawing another Cone of Cold or a Flame Strike by turn 7 so I can clear the board and then start dropping some of my better creatures down. Because I do have a lot of creatures in my hand. He continues to drop down like the greatest Flame Strike targets of all time. He life tapped himself as well. Spellbender. Tempting. Sort of. Not necessarily ideal. Probably drop a Gnomish Inventor here. Like so. I don't think there's a need to drop a Taunt. I would rather just get the extra card draw to hopefully get a better chance of getting a Flame Strike. Blizzard, obviously a great card here as well. But then we'll just take care of the Blood Imp and end our turn. And we'll see what he chooses to do. He could sacrifice both creatures to take out Gnomish Inventor. I think that would be kind of a waste because Gnomish Inventor isn't that good. It's okay sometimes. I don't know. The card draw is mostly what I wanted, but 2/4 is okay. But he can probably take it out pretty easily. Is he going to Shadow Bolt it? That would... okay, so then I guess he's probably going to trade the Bloodfen Raptor for it. Or he's got something that does 1 damage and draws a card. Okay, so Mortal Coil is a good play here. For Blizzard, we could kill both of these cards. And that might be the best play, especially if we get a 2-drop. What else could we do? We could freeze and then drop like a Senjin Shieldmaster. We could Fireball somebody. That would be dumb. Blizzard just kind of feels like a waste here because I can't summon anything afterwards. So I would almost rather like Frost Nova and then summon a creature. Which I think is actually a lot better. And then we can use Blizzard on the next one. So why don't we Frost Nova? This is just so they can't kill the creature immediately. And then we'll throw out like a... I could do Razorfen Hunter or I could do Senjin Shieldmaster. This would be a 3/4. Technically, this would be a 3/5. So, yeah, okay. We'll go with Senjin Shieldmaster. And again, I'm just waiting on this Flame Strike to hopefully show up. Or he summons another bunch of 2-mana creatures, in which case we get even more value out of... Sorry, not 2 mana, 2 health creatures. In which case we get even more value out of Blizzard. I think I'm pretty in tune with how this Mage deck plays by this point. And generally speaking, the way that the game goes is you kind of let the opponent play their cards out early. You use your control cards to get those cards off the board so that basically their resources have not paid out very well. They haven't paid dividends for him very much. And then you start stacking up the board yourself. And I have a lot of things that can reestablish board control in my favor, like basically wipe the board from the enemy. Blizzard is one of them. Cone of Cold can work that way, especially if any of the spell power +1 creatures go down. Fireball can obviously remove a great creature from the board. I think I have 2 of those. At least 1, obviously. It's in my hand right now. Polymorph, similarly. And Flame Strike, of course, having 3 Flame Strikes is the ultimate part of that. Please tell me that he doesn't have anything that can just kill Senjin Shieldmaster here. Okay, this is the ultimate Flame Strike target, if I can draw one. That is Azure Drake. So we'll be using Blizzard again here. And this will obviously cause some problems for the enemy. And then, you know, I kind of want a hero power, but then we can't summon a creature, so I may actually just drop down. Spellbender's tempting. It is. I think Razorfen Hunter is better, though, because then next turn I can absolutely kill Dalaran Mage. It's a shame that the board doesn't have charge, but then we'll just do this, because they might as well wipe this out as soon as possible. Problem is, he still gets the benefit of spell power +1. He could use a Hellfire here and cause me some real problems. To deal 4 damage to all enemies. And again, this is not the way I like to play this deck, but we haven't lucked out and drawn a Flame Strike yet. There's like a 1 in 6 chance, roughly, right now, because there's 3 in the deck and 18 cards left. We can play Azure Drake and get another card draw, but it's pretty bad because we don't get... we definitely do not have enough mana to Azure Drake and then play a Flame Strike on top of that. So maybe I should have used Spellbender here, because then, you know, if he had done Hellfire, I don't know if that would have actually stopped it. Defender of Argus, sure, we could probably put that out at some point. We'll have 9 mana next turn. I don't necessarily want to throw out War Golem yet. I prefer to let the opponent kind of tap out of cards and then play my good creature. And War Golem is one of the few really good creatures I have in my deck. I think so, anyway. I can't really remember. So he's going to life tap and hope for a... I guess he doesn't have a Hellfire unless he just drew one. That would be incredible top decking if he got super lucky. It's a Chillwind Yeti. That's not that good. It's a great fireball target. But there's probably a better way. If I Defender of Argus, then Yeah, if I drop Defender of Argus here, this becomes a 4-5 with taunt. So I could hero power and then attack it with this and just wipe it out. Is that great value? Not really. We could Fireball, and then it's 4 for 4, and then we take you out. But I would rather keep the Fireball as long as possible, in all honesty. So, let's try this. We'll drop Defender of Argus. Now we've got 3-4, and, you know, the Chillwind Yeti out here. And then, again, I'm not sure if this is totally the best play, but we'll do this. And we still have the Silence, which I'm saving to basically use as a 2-mana Silence later. And, yeah, we'll do this. And then I'll attack you. And obviously we're going to be quite hurt here, but that's okay. And then I'll hit you like so and kill you. And we'll cast Spellbender, which he is not going to assume is the secret, I guarantee you. And I'm seriously, like, I'm ready for a Hellfire to just wipe out my entire board right now. I believe that's only like a 5-mana card, maybe a 6-mana card. Yeah, it's a 4-mana card. That's crazy. So he can still drop something else here, but I can counter it with a Fireball. I could Fireball as your Drake or something. I'm hoping he drops like a really heavy creature. It's not really a really heavy creature. It's just a really annoying creature. And obviously Spellbender did nothing to stop Hellfire. That's fine. Silence the taunt, but I don't think that's really worth it. This is a close game. It's closer than it might look right now. I have like soon I'm going to have a 1 in 5 chance of top decking Hellfire over and over. So I kind of want to save my creatures. But I don't really want to, like, Mogoshan Warden is a 4-mana. I don't want to use 6 mana to kill it and then just summon like an Ironbeak Owl. That 6 mana, by the way, would be Hero Power, Fireball. It's kind of a waste. And then I just summon the Owl afterwards. I think we'll go for like Spell Power +1. And actually that will make Fireball deal 7 damage now, which is actually probably better. But do I really want to Fireball like this shitty minion when I could just silence it instead, and then it's a 1/7 without taunt? But then do I really want to use a silence on this minion either? I don't think so. I think I'll use Fireball on this guy. I don't think it's particularly strong. But, we do have Spellbender, so we can survive a Shadow Bolt, if that actually comes out for this Drake. Is it a Drake? Yeah, or Dragon. It's a Drake. I don't think Azure Drake's a particularly strong card. The Warlock, you know, to his credit or to his deck's credit, which I guess is his credit as well, he has not put me in a position where I've been allowed to play the game that I want to play. And the other thing that has affected that greatly is the fact that we have not drawn a Flame Strike yet, which is very, very surprising. But we have a slight health advantage. We have a secret on the board. We have a creature on the board. He has a card advantage. But we have some nice little taunts and Divine Shields and some silences as well. Well, 1 silence. And I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this works out. I have no removal in my hand right now, which is not a position I expect to be in with this deck. But the silence is an almost removal, depending on how it works. And I'm trying to remember what else I could draw in my deck that would really titillate me right now. Acolyte of Pain. I'm assuming he's going to get a card draw out of it right... No? Okay. What's he going to use now? Shadow Bolt or something? Or just end his turn? Life tap. Okay. I'm going to silence that Acolyte of Pain because I can't afford to give him any more card draw. And we got Mirror Entity. So that's 5 mana spoken for. Maybe we'll just kill, maybe we'll just kill the Acolyte of Pain instead of silencing it, and he'll get 1 card draw. I think that's fine. This thing's useless now that its Battlecry's done. I think, anyway. I think then... here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Mirror Entity... And I thought about the possibility of dropping War Golem, because we do have the Spellbender active right now. So we could maybe bait like an awesome card out of him, and then he won't be able to do anything about War Golem. So I'm going to try this and see if this works. I'm not familiar enough with the Warlock deck to know what he could possibly be planning here, but I'm hoping that he doesn't see Spellbender coming, and I'm hoping that he summons like a dope creature himself, and then Mirror Entity becomes... like an exceptional card. So he's trying to figure out the secret right now. He's wondering if it's like Ice Barrier. Now he knows that it's not. So he might try to proc Mirror Entity by summoning a very low value minion. Oh, please. Faceless Manipulator. Does this actually cancel with Spellbender? Oh, well, we get another War Golem ourselves, but it doesn't proc Spellbender. Alright, this is weird. Well, he better summon a taunt or he loses now. Even if he kills the Drake, I have 15 damage on the fields. Just by way of the 2 golems and my hero power. I'm assuming he's got some way to deal with it, otherwise this has been a terrible mistake. Suffice it to say, okay, so he does have taunts. Suffice it to say, though, that was a great mirror entity. I can still cause serious problems because I have a silence here. And a flame strike, which does 5 damage to enemy minions. I think we just win here. Flame strike, hero power, you're dead. No. 1 second. Flame strike, silence. There's a way to do this. I know there is. We easily kill you, then we deal 11 damage. Little tricky. I think we silence a minion, we silence the taunt. This taunt. Then we kill this taunt. Okay, I think we flame strike. Let's start with the flame strike. We could hero power you, kill you, and then have 1 damage on the field. Or silence you, kill you, and then I won't have enough to quite kill him. This is scary. Well, it's not scary, but it's stupid. Sure. Here's what we're gonna do. I hate to do this because I think I missed, like, mathematically how we could have killed him. But this is enough for sure that I can just hero power him next turn and win, unless he gains a bunch of health. And health cards are not really valued very much in the game right now. So I'm hoping he doesn't have any. I could potentially still lose this, and I'm a little concerned because, again, I think I misplayed and ended up screwing myself just a little bit. But, again, unless he heals, then a hero power will just end his life. And not only does he have to heal, but he has to kill both golems or summon an incredible taunt. That, or 2 taunts, because I can silence one of them. He's got a serious problem. Let's just say. Not to mention I still have Spellbender, so that's going to make it even harder to get rid of these golems. In a weird way, his Faceless Manipulator into Mirror Entity actually, you know, made my life a lot easier. Pine-Sized Summoner is a horrible play here unless he can buff the shit out of it. But he might not have any other options. I'm not necessarily saying he's playing bad. It just is a bad play, but he might be, you know, his hands might be tied. We'll see what he's going to do here. Okay, so he's going to heal himself a little bit. Then, like, a Defender of Argus, maybe, is what he's going to try. If he has another one, as your Drake, oh, that's not going to do anything. All right, well, that's it then. Unless he has a 0 mana card, he's lost. It was maybe a little bit of a cocky well played. I immediately regret doing that, but so be it. I'm not sure what he's thinking. Yeah, he's going to concede. Okay. So I think I misplayed a little bit there, but we go up 6-1 regardless. Very fond of this mage deck. Last time we played a mage deck, we went 6-3. So we're at the very least going to match that here. Let's queue up again. And that is 5 wins in a row as well, which feels very good. So this is helping to restore my confidence a little bit after some pretty terrible arena play with a Warlock and with the Priest as well, where I think I only got 1. There was like a stretch where I'm pretty sure I went 1-9. Like I was 6-0 with a Mage, lost 3 in a row, then lost 3 in a row as a Warlock, then went 1-3 as a Priest. And that killed my enthusiasm for the game to a certain extent. But coming back from this makes me, coming back to this, I should say, makes me feel a lot better. I go first, which is not a position I like to be in, and I will mulligan the shit out of all of these. Again, we got to mulligan aggressively to hopefully get some 2-drops this time. Harvest Golem. Okay, we have a Faceless Manipulator of our own, which I kind of forgot about. What do we need this game to be more comfortable than last game? I mean, let's not act like it's a foregone conclusion that we've won by any stretch of the imagination, but a better early game start would be awesome. And having a Flame Strike in my hand before turn 7 is just kind of the insurance that I need. I'm concerned because, you know, Warrior is incredibly strong. Well, not incredibly strong. It's a strong class, though. And it has the ability to kind of do the opposite of what my deck does. Kind of the same thing, but it has the ability to absorb what my deck does, which is like, go down early in the middle game and then come back with a, or in the early game, I should say. And then, sorry, I've totally forgotten what I was trying to say here. Disregard me. This is a very weird play. Cruel Taskmaster tells me that he doesn't have any other 2-drops. Because if he did, he would just, he would use Cruel Taskmaster second. But I'm going to use Harvest Golem. I think it counters Cruel Taskmaster pretty well because he can't 1-for-1 it. But what he could do is create like a Fiery War Axe, kill the Harvest Golem, and then kill the damaged Golem with his Cruel Taskmaster. What's he summoning here then? Senjin Shield Master. annoying, but, you know, I don't feel too bad about the way that this is going so far. We get a Venture Company Mercenary, which I totally forgot we even had in our deck. Tempting to maybe freeze everything, but you know, is it worth it at this point? I don't really think so. I'm absolutely content to maybe swap this Jungle Panther for Sen'jin Shieldmaster later, and why don't we just leave this alive right now so that at least he has to attack it. And we're killing time here. Faceless Manipulator is a card that is better the longer we save it. Gurubashi Berserker is very dangerous. And Venture Company Mercenary is one of those cards where if I'm gonna ride out the early game, it's great because it tends to soak up a number of the enemy cards as well. And then, you know, he plays a bunch of minions after he kills Venture Company Mercenary and you Flame Strike, and then you have a card advantage leading into the second part of the game. But keep in mind, we are playing against people that are in the, you know, platinum range in Arena right now, and that's a little bit intimidating. Those are good players usually. Does he have another 1-mana card he's gonna play? No. Okay, that's strange then. And he didn't attack my Harvest Golem. Very weird. That's because he doesn't want the Jungle Panther to trade for it 1-1, which is fair. Hero power, kill. Okay, we need to kill the Questing Adventurer. That is not a contest. And there's not much else I can do if I want to kill the Questing Adventurer. Because the way that I have to do it is hero power, boom, trade Jungle Panther, then attack Questing Adventurer. I won't die, but Questing Adventurer will be killed, which is important. So we'll save cards in our hand again. We could freeze enemies as well, but I don't think that has much value. So we'll attack you, like this. Yes, and we'll swap. Questing Adventurer has to die. And we'll still have 1 health left. So it's maybe tempting to use the Frost Nova, but I think it holds more value if we wait till later. So far, I'm content with the way that this game has gone, mostly because I think I have good cards in my hand. Again, ideally the way it works now, he considers himself to have some momentum, plays a bunch of minions at roughly 4 health, and then I Flame Strike the bejesus out of him. We'll see, though. We need to get a Flame Strike in our hand first. That is Ancient Brewmaster. So, I'm tempted to put down this Venture Company Mercenary here. The problem is he's going to get so much card draw, but there's not much I can do about that. I can't stop it. So, I think we throw down Venture Company Mercenary, we swap for the Cruel Taskmaster, we get our own little minion on the field, and then we see what he chooses to do about this, because now we have 9 damage on the field, and he has 4, but a shit ton of card draw. And it might have been better, and you could make a pretty good argument, I think, that the Gnomish Inventor would have been better to possibly draw a Flame Strike card. I imagine now he'll probably play a bunch of low mana cards to try to get value out of the Gadgets and Auctioneer before it is inevitably killed. That's really useful, actually. And another 3 mana minion. He could absolutely kill Venture Company Mercenary here if he wants, but obviously it's going to... Wait a minute, it's whenever you play a card, you draw... Or whenever you cast a spell, you draw a card? Is that how it works? I thought it was whenever you play a card, you get a card. Apparently not. So Mirror Entity is a way to, like, cheat the system here. By playing Mirror Entity, we get an easy creature without having to actually pay for it, which is nice. Could also summon Gnomish Inventor for 7 and draw a card. It's terrible value. And here's what I kind of like here. I think we Mirror Entity, and then we Frost Nova. Just to F with him a little bit. Hero power the Crocolisk, because why not? Just get it off the field. And I kind of want to kill Warsong Commander as well, because otherwise he can summon like a really incredible minion. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill Warsong Commander. And then by freezing the Auctioneer, he shouldn't be able to kill me. I don't like taking that damage against Warsong Commander. I would have liked to have hit him directly, but I can't justify it. Okay, so again, we've got ultimate Flame Strike targets here. We'll probably swap Injured Blade Master for Injured Blade Master. Now we won't. But now we've got a problem. Maybe we could Faceless Manipulate that Injured Blade Master. Give your hero +4 attack. Okay, so he's going to kill Venture Company Mercenary. Which is scary. Very scary, in fact. This is not an ideal location for Flame Strike. But, we get 4 Defender of Argus. This becomes a 5/4. This is not great. It's not great. I really, really want card draw, like, as soon as possible. I could Faceless Manipulator and take control of the Injured Blade Master, but it's so much better later. I almost think, like, I don't know. Can't, just relax. It's not over yet. It's a difficult one. This is potentially a decision that I think we have to go for the kill on this dude. If we don't, then we lose, basically. I don't think it was particularly well played. Yeah, I mean, he spent a lot of resources on that creature, so that works out pretty well. But now we can trade Gadgets and Auctioneer for Defender of Argus 1-1. But again, now hopefully he summons 1,000 minions with 4 health. Oh. So he's just going to maybe use like a Slam or something. Yeah. So he doesn't get the card draw out of it. But he does get the card draw because of Gadgets and Auctioneer. He maybe considers that he made a mistake there, but I don't necessarily agree. There's Flame Strike. And now we're in a situation where is Flame Strike even that worth it? Maybe, maybe not. I might want to like let him go for another turn, actually, before we use Flame Strike. So yeah, maybe I'll drop Azure Drake in here. And then we have Cone of Cold, actually, which I kind of like. Cone of Cold now does 2 damage and freezes. And we'll just... Oh, I don't have enough mana to do anything else. Again, I want him to summon a bunch of creatures now. Spend all your cards. If he kills Azure Drake, I don't really care. This is what I want. That, and then another creature, and then you're going to go for the Killing Blow. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted, because now I have to sacrifice a creature to get Chillwind Yeti. Oh, never mind, because we have flames. Because we have our Flame Strike and Spell Power +1, we actually deal 5 damage to enemy minions. So we can do this, clear the board. I can't really do anything else, but at least I have some damage on the field. And I have another Flame Strike if necessary, but I would much rather just summon some creatures next. We've got some good stuff possibly happening here. This could be the moment where we turn it around. If he summons an amazing creature, hopefully we can Faceless Manipulator, then kill it ourselves. Okay, oh, again, summon some more 4 health creatures, please. Those are 5 health creatures, but that's fine as well, because I am clearly not going to die here. I still think we Flame Strike again, even though, you know, we are shooting our wad, like, all at once here. He's got to be pissed about that. And then we'll cast a Spellbender instead of the Hero Power, just in case he tries to take out this Azure Drake. And we could still top deck a Flame Strike if necessary. Now it's like a 1 in 15 chance, which is pretty bad, obviously. Faceless Manipulator is pretty bad for the cards that he has on the field. Warsong Commander doesn't have charge. Execute. Okay, so, well, Execute will just kill a different creature this time. So, oh, but it won't even work because this creature's not damaged, so oh, never mind. I guess it will still work. I'm feeling really good now because of the card advantage that I have. Does he have another 2-mana card he's going to play? No. Okay, so I feel pretty nice right now. I will probably toss out Gnomish Inventor. We'll get a card draw out of it. And that is Polymorph, which I like a lot here because I can kill Warsong Commander very easily. So we'll do that, and then just Hero Power you, and then I'll hit you like so. I maybe could have been more aggressive with putting creatures on the field there, but I want to keep some cards in my hand, you know. Next turn, if I have to, or if I have the opportunity to, I can Ancient Brewmaster. Okay, gain 5 armor and get a card draw. It's fairly useful. I can Ancient Brewmaster, take the Gnomish Inventor back into my hand, and then get another card draw out of it. We're in still a pretty scary situation, but I might just want to be aggressive here and drop good cards out on the field. Which in this case means Lord of the Arena. He only has 1 card in his hand, which I feel very good about. And then Ancient Brewmaster and bring the Gnomish Inventor back in our hand so we can get a card draw again. That card draw could end up saving our lives. Is the 1 card in his hand a Silence or deal 16 damage? I'd be surprised. He can probably kill Chillwind Yeti. I wouldn't be surprised. Or sorry, he could probably kill Lord of the Arena. I wouldn't be surprised. Destroy all other minions and discard your hand. Okay, so now I Faceless Manipulator that. And then I win. Oh, but we don't get the battle cry. Oh, this is scary. This is real scary, in fact. The Silence won't do anything. Okay, so can he kill me on this turn? If that's possible, the next turn will decide it. Either he'll kill me on this turn, or I'll kill him on the next turn. Presumably. I assume he's gonna attack me directly. What does he have next in his hand? 8 mana that he's not gonna do anything with? Ooh, I think I win here. Because I do 14, he's got 18, but I hit him. Oh, I'm like 1 shy. Okay, well, we get a card draw. And the card is Razorfen Hunter. I think we've lost. Oh, no, well, obviously we haven't lost because I can just trade Deathwing for Deathwing, but does it not seem like there should be a better opportunity here? If I hit him directly, can I do 18? No, I do 15. If I hit him, he becomes a 5, and I deal 18 damage. Wait, 18 damage. No, 17 damage. 17 damage. That is a very important calculation to not fuck up. Trade Deathwing for Deathwing. Hit you. Obviously, I'm in a very scary position now. And we'll do this, and, what do we summon? We should summon something. I think we should summon Fairy Dragon and Sorcerer's Apprentice. We could end up losing this one still. That Deathwing play may have saved him, but then, you know, in turn, the Faceless Manipulator, his Deathwing, may have saved me. This has got to end on the next turn. Oh, is he going to kill? Oh, no! He top-decked a Gorehowl and used it in, you know, one of the only situations where a Gorehowl is used well to hit the enemy. So, well played. That was a very exciting game. I had a lot of fun with that. Deathwing's a BS card that I hate. But in any case, that was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to click the like button if you made it this far. I'm assuming you liked the video, so that's one way you can support me if you did. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more daily Hearthstone. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll see you next time.